Hey y'all, John Barker here. Hope everyone's doing well, having a great day. Want to share with you some information that I think is useful for some folks trying to figure out where to invest their time and effort into government contracting. So, one of the things that I think is extremely helpful is going through this sam.gov databank. If you don't know about SAM, it's a system for award management. It's where every entity must register their business in order to be eligible for prime government contracts and or grant opportunities. So we go into, these are the domains here, right? So this is for grants, this is for government contracts, this is for data, which is where we're in. It's taking a while to load here. Entity information, which is where each company's got to go in and enter in their unique characteristics, their addresses, their TINs, things like that, in order to get a unique identifier, which under current count, there was like over 775,000 different entities registered in sam.gov. So, but again, we're looking at trillions of dollars of annual spending. So I don't know how to do that math real quick, but 775K divided by, let's say, a trillion. I don't know. I listening to music and trying to make a videotape, so I can't think like that in that many dimensions. But we're waiting for this to turn. It should pop into another screen. All right. Maybe it's just kind of hung up. File extraction, some good stuff there for you data nerds out there. Hit me up if you are a data nerd. I love talking this stuff all day and always looking to get better and improving what I'm doing. And for some reason, this doesn't really want to work for me at the moment. So what I will do is share. I made a video a little bit ago, but apparently it didn't work. And here's a report that I was able to pull. I have a client that is asking for some specific information, and they're looking at opportunities on the simplified acquisition threshold by agency and by NACE code. So I did a couple iterations to generate this report. And so what I got here is, and I can pick any columns that are available to me within the sam.gov databank. In this case, I went for the department, which is the top level of a government organization. So it's department and then agency and then office. So there's two different types of companies. One is the contracting side, which has the authority, and the funding side, which has the influence. So those are, your two kind of customers, the yin and yang, so to speak, that represents the sort of checks and balances that is inherent with the U.S. federal government. All right. So I ran this report by department name, got the code. The codes can be extremely helpful, not at this real high level, but in particular at the office level, because you can pull up all the spending done by a specific office to get very smart when you are having discussions with those buyers and the folks who define the requirements, and you can sound smart when you do your homework and research into what else they're buying. In this report, I specify which NACE code, so every single record on here is under the same NACE code, and I specified the legal parent name after originally trying to do just contractor name, and it showed up blank for some weird reason. Again, government contracting is a little bit weird at times. I firmly believe that sometimes there's some gremlins. I don't know about how firmly I believe, but I believe there's some sort of weird bugs and gremlins in the sam.gov system, because I run these reports very consistently, and occasionally I'll get different results with the same report parameters, and that shouldn't make any sense. So I got my NACE code, got the description. It's a little bit not organized in an effective manner. I was doing this fast, but each company, each entity will have their own unique identifier, and you can get specifically go into engines like USA Spending, put this code in there and get all the contracts done by this company. The description of requirement can yield a lot of benefits as well, because we're looking at custom computer programming services, and we look at some of the requirements that are being procured under that, and we're looking at, okay, this is a services NACE code, but we're buying a computer, we're buying software renewal. We're buying hardware. We're buying cameras under a services NAICS code. So those are some of the interesting things and some of the drawbacks by searching uniquely just by NAICS code. Well, I had hoped to show how I did this report, and this does not seem to be wanting to work right now. So I'm going to cut this short, and let me give it one. Hey, there we go. Look at that. All right. So what we're going to do, I'm going to pull up this report, and I'm going to add the same parameters to it. So I'm going to create a new report, blank report. Oh, you know what? I didn't want to do that. I want to do the report builder. And I just screw this up. Well, let me go back into trying this again. There we go. Create new report builder. All right. So I've got to put in my dates. I'm going to put in that. I'm going to put in 9/30/24. Get a 12-year limit on these things. All right. So we want to get contract identification. I want department. I'm going to add the department name. I'm not going to add the code in this time. I didn't think that was helpful. So I want to add the script. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. It should. Okay, you know what? Maybe it was just only looking at that specific subtree. It doesn't really tell you very well. Well, MicroStrategy and sam.gov, I think you can do a little bit better here, considering how many hundreds of billions of dollars are going through this system. All right, so I'm looking for solicitation. That's in the next tab here, data. Solicitation procedures description. I also like the source selection description, which tells whether it's LPTA, lowest price technically acceptable, or best value trade-off, BVTO. And in the system, it comes over as I forgot what I was saying. All right. So got NAICS code, product description. Going to use parent. Actually, I don't need to do that because parent. I always learn new stuff when I look at this stuff. All right, so I'm going to look for vendor information. Going to look at ultimate legal name and unique ID. I'm going to do product or service information, description of requirement. And what else did I think I needed in this one? I wonder if I can get offers. That's a good one, I think, because it kind of gives you an idea of, you know what, offer. Number of offers received gives you a little bit of an idea how competitive it was within the source selection procedures. So I want to do everything. I want dollars obligated. That's funding. That's dollars available to spend by an entity. Greater than. I want less than or equal to 250. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to add that in. All right. Why isn't that letting me? I guess I got to pick this first. All right. So I wanted to filter by NAICS code. What's under product and PSC, product to service code. That's another thing I won't get into here, but we're going to go 541, 511, custom computer programming. And then I also wanted to filter by solicit. It's working now. Weird. No. All right. Solicit. No, why is it doing that? Go to the top. Competition details. I'm looking for solicitation procedures. This isn't even in alphabetical order. Good grief. Source selection process description. That's what I want. All right. So I want, pull that in. All right. What are we doing here? Yeah. Oh, there we go. ID. Just wasn't patient enough. So we're looking at, oh, I picked the wrong. I don't want the source selection process. I want source selection procedure. Differences. Procedure. Simplified procedures. There we go. All right. Procedures and process. A lot of P words, right? All right. We want, come on. Browse the values. Solicitation procedures. That's what it was. There should be a, okay. It's the code. God bless. Solicitation procedures. Solicitation procedures. Where the heck is it? There we go. Good grief. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. All right. So I want to do alternative sources. So these are all the various types of procedures. I want to do the simplified acquisition. Yes. All right. So I got my NACE code, got my solicitation procedures. Now I want to do my thresholds. Why isn't that letting me do it? All right, I got to save my report. So I'm going to do SAP NACE department. All right. I got too many of these reports. I probably need to go and scrub them at some point, but today is not that day. All right. So run it again. Well, we've saved it. Now I should be able to add this, but I can't. Interesting. All right. I'm going to run this, see what I get. I'm going to run this. So see a little circle going around, means it's working. First time I did this, I added, I got all the spending in every agency. I'm sorry, in every department. So again, there's a wealth of data in this data bank here, and really depending on what you're searching for, you can get